French football, it's a farmers league. The players there are not consistent. Can someone stop Kylian Mbappé in the Spanish league? Can someone please help us stop Kylian Mbappé? He's there right now, and there's no one to stop him. Can someone help us stop Kylian Mbappé? In his introduction in the La Liga this season, he had 44 goals, plus international goals. This is Kylian Mbappé, the one that was leading in the Liga, and you guys say that Liga is a farmers league. He cannot play in the Spanish league. He cannot play in the Premier League. But now when he came, and now there's no one to stop him, especially Barcelona, having 6 goals against Barcelona in his introduction season. And those are the people who talk too much, and those are the people who were talking a lot about Kylian Mbappé. Right now, we really need someone to please stop him, because each and every game when Real Madrid plays and then you're going to find a goal, first thing you are thinking is of Kylian Mbappé. I think Kylian Mbappé scored 1 or 2. If it's 3-0, I think Kylian Mbappé had a hat-trick. I mean, his level this season is not only in the Real Madrid, but as well in the international. Look at what he played in the France this season, last weekend in the international break, having 2 goals as well with assists. Kylian Mbappé is showing a spirit of unstoppable. I think the only thing that can slow him right now is the fact that he's going to be injured, or that's the only thing that can slow Kylian Mbappé right now. He cannot be stopped either by any defense in the Spanish or La Liga teams as well. We've seen it, his performance, the way he plays is absolutely very incredible. The energy he's coming this week, I think he'd really do want to dominate every domain in football this season, scoring back-to-back in the countryside and also scoring as well in the club side. And what is funny about this is that people used to complain a lot when he was playing in Paris that he's playing in a very, very low quality league. The quality of the league is very low, and that is why from 2019 for the next 5 years he's winning the Golden Boot every year and every season in the La Liga. But now he stepped into La Liga and he's just no one is talking about it. So right here, we're going to take a look at what Kylian Mbappé, his achievement in the Paris, that made people feel that, okay, these guys are just playing in the Farmers League. So here, we just take a look at what he had, the record he had in here in the Ligue 1. So this Ligue 1 chart, starting from 2018 right here. First of all, you couldn't find him here in the first position. Here, you could find Cavani in here, but then Kylian Mbappé, in his introduction, he was coming around, 13 positions, having 13 goals as well. But the top scorers at those moments were Cavani and Neymar. Those were the most famous people in there. Even Balotelli was coming with 18 goals. And now let's take a look at the next season. What happened after Kylian Mbappé picked up a match in this competition? Right here, you find Mbappé standing in the first position 2018-2019 with 33 goals. That is the kind of the time that he was saying that, okay, now I've understood the way this league is playing. I know everything. Now this is the time he started. First 33 goals. From 13 to 33 goals. How many plus, It's something very crazy. And then there was like, okay, he's just a young guy. This is the first season. He's going to drop next season because he cannot keep this consistency. This is 2018-2019. Okay, let's see, 2020-2021. Again, you're going to find Mbappé in the first position, yeah? And having how many goals? 27 goals. With just 6 penalties. I remember the previous time he had just 1 penalty. So at that time, he was not even the penalty taker. But with this performance now, I think the next season, in 2020-2021, he was, the one to be taking all the penalties now in the club. And then he had 27 goals with 6 penalties. The pay coming behind him, and you cannot even find Neymar anywhere. Yeah. So this is something very, very interesting for Kylian Mbappé. He was a very, very consistent player. This is the second year. He's gonna drop again, and then he came here 2022, you find Kylian Mbappé again, and this is the time people start to say, it's a Farmers League. That is why he's keeping this consistency. That is why he's scoring this much numbers of goals. Look at the goals here. The minimum is being 27, 33, 29, and 33. So if you look at what he's doing here, was crazy. And this is the time people started looking at him, because this is the time his performance in the World Cup, starting back 2018 and up to now, it was something very crazy, and people started looking at Kylian Mbappé, but still saying that he is still playing in the Farmers League. Let's continue until when Messi came in here. Look at the position of Messi. When Messi joined Paris, you find Messi sitting in the 3rd position, having 16 goals, and Kylian Mbappé coming up with 29 goals. And at this time again, still he was taking some penalties, so he has just 3 penalties, and so that is how it stands. This is 2020, 2022, 23. Let's go to 24. Okay, so this is 2023-2024. You find Kylian Mbappé again in the first position. Now this is the Farmers League. That is why he's scoring this much number of goals. When Messi came into the Farmers League, Messi couldn't even go above him. Messi couldn't even go at least in the top 5. So Neymar couldn't even challenge him when he actually adapted to this league. He was so incredible. Now this is how many consistent seasons for him winning these things from 2019. This is what Kylian Mbappé has in this league right here. So now when he left, this is the time now Dembele started turning up, and look at the scores, just 21 goals, and clashing actually with Mason Greenwood, who left Manchester United. And just to, Manchester United is a very sick club. Imagine someone leaving you and his first season as well, coming on second with this much number of goals in the league was something very, very crazy. So now this is when Kylian Mbappé now left the league and then went to La Liga, where people were saying this one is just Farmers League. Let's see his statistics in the Farmers League as well, or in the Spanish league right here. You see the goals. You see Kylian Mbappé 31 goals with 7 penalties taken. Immediately when he stepped into Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. was the one taking the penalties. In the first 2 weeks, he didn't perform. He was just, trying to adapt, and then people say he's a flop, and he ended up giving a gap. Look at this gap difference. Lewandowski, that has been topping the goals and everything, now he's coming on the 27 goals, and Kylian Mbappé giving them a very, very big gap and winning it deservingly in this league right here. So that brings us back to where we're gonna see all what he have done up to this level. Mbappé is still proving it, and he's still doing a lot of things in this league right here, right now. And he has just scored, this is his meeting with Barcelona, having 6 goals against Barcelona. And then when you talk about Spanish leagues, this is the best league in the world, which is, I think, absolutely the second, but one of the best leagues in the world, yeah. So when we talk about this Spanish league, we talk about Barcelona, which is one of the biggest clubs there as well, with Real Madrid. But it's so funny that you find Mbappé coming to this league and then doing his introduction in the first season, scoring 40+ goals, and then in these 40+ goals, he's having 6 goals with the biggest club in La Liga Santander. This is Barcelona, the biggest club. He's having 6 goals. So now, what do you think about Kylian Mbappé this season? He adapted last season with 31 goals, and this season he is I have adapted. Now it's time for me to perform, and it's just 4 games or so played in the La Liga. Just count the goals, 6. And you're not talking about only La Liga right here. You talk about what he's doing in his country as well, which is so crazy, which is outstanding for this boy. So I believe that if Lewandowski, if Lamine Yamal, if Rafinha, they need to bring this boy down, or maybe overpower him in terms of goals. They really need to have sleepless night, training all day and night to stop Mbappé, because the only thing that can stop Mbappé right now in the French League is gonna be like injury. If he's injured, he stays at home. Yeah, guys, you can have the opportunity to dominate. But if Kylian Mbappé doesn't stop with this form, with this consistency, with this energy he's bringing to this club, it's gonna be so much of a big challenge to all the defenders in the French League this season.